Ladies and gentlemen, we are back tonight at the sprint car capital of the world, racing here in Knoxville, Iowa at the Knoxville Raceway. I have to tell you guys, standing up here on top of the trailer, looking around at all the haulers, looking at the racetrack, and then all those empty seats up there which are going to be filled tonight, it's such a feeling that you get. It's intense. Feels like you're looking at history because of all the moments that have happened on these fairgrounds. I don't know, it's just something you can only experience in person. So welcome back to today's show, Knoxville Weekly, racing our 410 tonight, here to get some more laps before the biggest race of the year, the Knoxville Nationals. Looks like we have about 30 410s on tap, so a really solid field of cars, and today we just want to work on getting better. This place is so tricky. It's obviously a half mile. It is very technical to run the bottom. It's even technical to run the top and just to race it in general. So you need laps, you need experience, and you just got to really work on being the best that you can be here during the whole entire night. So everything will be getting underway here shortly. Excited to see what we can do. We ran 14th here last Saturday, had some engine trouble, kind of had just an uphill battle all night working against that, but we're hoping for a fresh start and to get the wheels moving on the 18th here early, unload with good speed and get some solid hot laps in, and then we'll be rolling right into qualifying. Just got our night started here. The result doesn't show it, but I think that our car is in a better starting spot than last week. 32 410 signed in, ended up qualifying 18th, and some of that I think was driver error. I tried to go to the bottom in 3 and 4 and I was atrocious. I just messed up, got my left front on the berm on the second lap. That was my slower of the two. The first one I ran the top all the way around and felt good, and I should have just stayed up there, but I kind of felt I bobbled in the center of 1 and 2 on the second go, so I'm like, heck, why not drop to the bottom and see if I can make something up. Anyway, we're in a better spot than we were. The race car feels good, and I think we can just keep now working with this setup and take it into the heat race. With where we qualified in their invert, we were starting outside pole, and we got to get going and just jump out front and try to lead all 8 laps here. There's some fast guys behind us, but I know with clean air and how important that is at Knoxville and kind of getting that momentum, if you can go and other guys get stuck, you can definitely kind of get out to a lengthy lead. So gonna watch the racing surface. It is slick. There's a little bit of grip on the bottom as that's kind of still getting worked in. It's slimy on the berm, and then there's solid grip about 3/4 of the way up, and it's only gonna get closer to the fence. So we're gonna make slight changes and just now have to be really focused for this heat to get the job done. Well, I told you guys what we needed to do there, and unfortunately we simply didn't. I actually got a good start for the outside. The outside's buried in the slick, and the bottom has a solid left side grip lane. And I timed the start well to where I was side by side with the inside car. I didn't lose anything and put myself in a vulnerable spot. And I got through 1 and 2. I did a good little crossover. I didn't have enough of a run, and then he blocked me, so I shot to the top. And my first lap or two I think was okay, but from there, you know, I think kind of what's going on right now is I don't have a lot of laps around the bottom, and with where my car's at, and I didn't feel like my car was great there in the heat. I mean, I was good enough to go in a circle, but I'm just lacking. It's weird, like if I'm too buried in the curve, I'm tight, but if I'm below it, like I'm just shearing the right rear, it feels like. So I don't know, and I think that, you know, like I said, where my car was at, I'm timid. It's making me a little timid because I'm not feeling like I can just get and go. So I need to work on my car so it helps me as a driver, but the last lap I hit the bottom in 3 and 4 and it actually felt good. Looking back, I should have just been down there. I should have moved down there. That would have been the smart option much earlier, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now. This is all just good learning stuff for me as I just, like I said, we're working on getting the car and me to work together better and get closer. So we're just off right now. Well, they got a quick intermission, which is a rare opportunity for us to actually walk out past the berm and look at the racing surface. I think one of the toughest things about Knoxville that no one really thinks about is with how big it is and how when you're in the infield, you don't have great vision of the cars going around. A lot of people watch the big screen into turn 3, and at limited times, not for features, and I don't think for A's, they allow you to stand on your trailer so then the fans on the front stretch and the back stretch can see. So that means it's tougher for our crews to relay information to us about our car. Like in my situation, I just got to be honest and kind of, you know, talk about something that is just, you know, what we're doing right now as a team is the toughest thing we've ever done. You know, coming out here to the Midwest, I don't have a crew chief, so I've been setting up my car, and it's been a blast. It's been such a great learning experience, but out here, it's just so difficult. And as I said at Knoxville, it's even tougher because my crew can't even really see what my car's doing because they're so far away, and you just catch glimpses here and there. But anyway, wanted to at least walk up and kind of look at the track. I'm noticing how good the bottom is. You can see a solid lane, and they're working the top to try to bring it back in. So going into the A main event, hopefully we have multiple lines to work with. I'm sure we will, and we barely snuck into the feature. We did not have to run the B. We were 20th in points, which I was actually kind of hoping to run a B because I felt more laps would only help me, and at this point that's what I need. I just need to keep working on the car, keep working on making you know, more laps, and just being able to get it to where I can move around and run the middle and run the top and run the bottom and dime in the corner and just do anything, where right now I don't feel like I can at all. But we're gonna work on going in the right direction and just keep creeping up on you know, like I said, just going and trying to find what's gonna make our car fast. Rolling out for the feature now. All we can do is try to run a good 20-lap race. Starting in the back, we obviously want to make quick work and try to find a good way around the cars in front of us, but most importantly, we need to learn here. We need to work on running different lanes, moving between the lanes, and just overall doing my job and figuring out Knoxville. We don't have a lot of laps here, so this is all just a big learning session. Pushing out and try to finish off the night better than we started. So you can tell from the drop of the green flag, there wasn't much to see from my onboard cameras. I was stuck in traffic. I didn't feel super comfortable. All the changes we kind of made to the car combined with the fuel load didn't fix some of our issues. And as frustrating as that was, I did not want the race to be a complete waste. So I was able to actually start working on running the bottom. Just went down to the berm. I was like, I don't care if the top's faster. Just want to work on running the inside because it's so technical and try to get some experience, you know, working with the berm. always tell you guys the great part about traveling to the Midwest is all the great fans, and these guys wanted to be in the video. Give a quick wave by the car.
Subscribe to Tanner Holmes.
Listen to them, yeah. So great to see so many awesome fans in Knoxville. That's why we love coming here. But we're gonna load up, recap the night, and just talk about where things are at with the 18T. I wish I had some better stuff to talk about to end today's video. Trailer's all loaded. Night is complete, and one to probably forget here at the sprint car capital of the world. All I have to say is we were okay in qualifying. My first qualifying lap was actually solid. I wasn't that far off, and then we made the feature. Other than that, the rest you guys can just forget about. I mean, we can be honest between the two of us. We sucked. We were not fast tonight. We really struggled with our race car. I think the struggling with the car then obviously affects me as a driver because I can't be on point. I can't work on getting faster when I don't have, you know, something solid underneath me. Tonight's A, we started 20th. We actually got a lot of freebies at the beginning of the race because some guys had some issues, and I don't even know where we finished. But overall, what ended up happening is I still didn't feel great about my car, so I wanted to take the opportunity because I feel like I've been a little timid to go to the bottom. This place is so tricky on the bottom. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use the same main event. I don't care what line's fast. I'm going to go out here and try to run 20 good laps around the bottom and just get better at it because I'm going to need to use that lane as well as use the middle and the whole racetrack as we come back here, you know, coming into the biggest week of the year. And so in the A, it looked bad. Like, we obviously were much slower than the front guys because they were all ripping around the top, but I needed to do that for myself as a driver, and then also maybe to try to learn what my car could need down there. And this all kind of just goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where this is literally the most difficult thing I've ever had to do. We're in sprint car country with our family operation. I'm trying to set up the car, trying to drive the thing. We're now on bigger racetracks, you know, places we've never seen before really, or have little laps at, and we don't even have a notebook to fall back on because everything back home can fit inside this infield. So yeah, it's easy to get down and be disappointed with it, and don't get me wrong, I am. Like, tonight was very frustrating. The weekend yesterday wasn't as bad, but overall, we just got to work on being better. We got to, you know, do homework. I know a lot of you guys say, hey, go talk to this guy, go talk to that guy. Trust me, I'm leaning on a lot of people and asking questions and trying to figure out why I'm feeling what I'm feeling and why the race car is doing what it's doing and how to fix each of them and how to start with more speed and have a better baseline. There's just so many factors in this game, and the track's different every single night, and there's, you know, it's intense and there's a lot of pressure, and I don't know. I can ramble on for days and days, but anyway, like I said, what means the most is we're out here giving it our best shot. We got a lot of great support from our fans, and you guys are riding along with us through the highs and lows, and we're just going to power through it because that's the type of people that we are. We just keep working. We don't know how to stop, and I learned that from my great parents. You know, I got really good parents, and that's all they've done to put me in this spot to where I have an opportunity to live my dreams. So I'll end today's video with a big thank you to them as a positive. Anyway, yeah, that's our night in Knoxville. The positives, we qualified okay. I think we got a good baseline to start. We just got to work on better things. Shoot, even the fans are pumped. You're in the video. You're in the video. That's the positive we're going to end today's video on. Thanks to our great partners. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to Knoxville. Always great to be here. Always a pleasure. We just got to do some homework and get the 18T up to speed. I learned how to run the bottom tonight. You know, I think we're good up top. We just got to work on the whole package and unload and you know, really get after it these next couple of weeks on our Midwest tour. See you in the next video. Deuces.